stage yang berhormat.
Yang berbahagia Dr. Chin Kim, Secretary General, Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Sustainability, LANGSUNG, Yang berusaha Dr. Hadini binti Muhammad Nasir, Under Secretary, Climate Change Division, LANGSUNG, Yang berusaha Senior Technology Syamsul Bahar Muhammad Noor, Group CEO, Malaysian Green Technology and Climate Change Corporation, MGDC, Yang berbahagia Dr. Wira Arham Abdul Rahman, CEO, Malaysian Investment Development Authority, MIDA, sponsors, partners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you to this momentous occasion, the soft launch of the 50th International Green Tech and Eco Products Exhibition and Conference Malaysia, or IGEM. We are pleased to have many of our esteemed sponsors, partners, speakers and exhibitors with us today. Given IGEM's credible track record over the years, whether in terms of business leads or participation or visitors attending the event, I am confident that the upcoming IGEM will benefit from the vast experience of the organizing team from the Ministry, the Malaysian Green Technology and Climate Change Corporation, MGTC, participating departments and agencies, as well as creative ideas from new partners and collaborations. Over the past 14 years, IGEM has been a key driver in growing the green economy in terms of generating over 53 billion ringgit in business leads, attracting over 600,000 visitors, including high-level ministerial delegations, thought leaders, innovators, corporate leaders, entrepreneurs, as well as the public from over 122 countries. IGEM has also established itself as the center of technology and knowledge sharing through conferences and dialogues at the leading edge of green technology and sustainable development, bringing together subject matter experts, policymakers and researchers to share their insights with the rest of the world right here in Kuala Lumpur. Ladies and gentlemen, let me share with you what IGEM 2023 has delivered. I'm pleased to announce that IGEM 2023 saw a record 11.17 billion ringgit in business leads, resulting from over 8 MOUs, MOIs, and other international and inter-industry agreements. IGEM 2023 also attracted 500 exhibition booths, which covered the entire ground floor of the KL Convention Centre. Over 3 days, there were more than 55,000 visitors from over 69 countries. Furthermore, we organized over 20 conferences, dialogues and panel discussions, ensuring that IGEM's legacy of being a nexus for knowledge endures. From my informal conversations with some of the speakers and attendees, they were very much impressed and eager to return for future IGEMs. This is concrete proof that IGEM 2023 was a grand success. Let us all give a round of applause to everyone who made this happen. Right after IGEM 2023, the NRES led the plan and path to the UNFCCC COP28 in Dubai, where 17 MOUs and partnerships were sealed at Malaysia's pavilion, unlocking close to 50 billion ringgit in business collaborations. The pavilion also featured 138 international and Malaysian speakers, addressing 60 talks in just 2 weeks. I am also proud that Malaysia was a force to reckon with at COP28, possibly small but definitely mighty. The main outcome of the COP28 was the UAE consensus, which stressed the commitment to transition away from fossil fuels in energy systems in a just, orderly and equitable manner in this critical decade. Like it or not, we must prepare for the transitions that it will spark. We do not want our workers to lose their livelihoods or for Malaysian companies to be shut out of key export markets, but rather be at the forefront of the green economy. Considering those scenarios, the Ministry has initiated the development of a nationally determined contribution roadmap and long-term low emissions development strategies, LTLETs. This strategic framework charts our course towards a net zero nation addressing critical sectors, including energy, agriculture, waste, land use change and forestry, UCF, and industrial processes and product use. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a formidable position to embark on preparations for IGEM 2024, highlighting the concerted efforts of all parties in reaching net zero. The theme for IGEM 2024 is Race Towards Net Zero, Regional Leadership for Climate Urgency, targeting 4.8 billion ringgit in business leads, 480 exhibition booths, 48,000 visitors, and the participation of 48 countries. This year is also special because it will mark the 15th anniversary of IGEM. This year we are taking a strategic approach by organizing the entire event based on empowering cities, electrifying mobility, decarbonizing energy, accelerating circularity, and protecting biodiversity. As new attractions to mark the 15th anniversary, we have planned a dedicated industry zone for hydrogen and other carbon technologies, and a central zone showcasing integrated partner innovation from leading global companies. For the first time, we will also have Central Energy Transition Asia set up, which will showcase global innovation pavilions. Yet another first will be the multi-venue connected autonomous shared electric mobility future exhibition. Over and above this, we will also be hosting the Circular Economy Showcase for the first time, which will bring together key leaders in innovative practices, technologies, and businesses. The showcases will include Sustainable Forest Management by Forest Research Institute of Malaysia, or FRIM, the Forestry 100 Million Tree Planting Pledge, the launch of the Malaysian Pavilion for COP29, and the Department of Minerals and Geosciences Conference, among others. We are also pushing the boundaries of our influence to develop IGEM's footprint in Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa through industry-curated leadership roundtables, summits, and congresses. This showcase will hugely accelerate the business avenues for all IGEM participants. Ladies and gentlemen, given the many exciting avenues and opportunities for businesses to leverage, I urge companies as well as financial institutions to consider becoming sponsors for IGEM 2024 to help uphold as well as accelerate our regional leadership in green technology and climate change. With the vast opportunities at IGEM 2024, I also strongly encourage industry associations and corporations to sign up as participants today. On behalf of NRES, I earnestly hope for the cooperation from our colleagues in other ministries and state governments to participate and showcase their green initiatives to a broader audience. With all the new initiatives and participation from all parties, IGEM 2024 will be a gateway to strengthening sustainability in our country and the region, providing Malaysia with momentum going into COP29 at Baku, Azerbaijan, and Expo 2025 in Osaka, Japan. Furthermore, I am immensely pleased to inform you that our Prime Minister, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, has been invited to officiate IGEM 2024. So there is every reason for us to participate at IGEM 2024 and to turbocharge our green commitments. In conclusion, I wish to reiterate the urgency of climate action as new climate challenges require completely new mindset and action plans. The relevance of IGEM 2024 in addressing this will be more significant than ever. As such, I urge all loyal IGEM exhibitors, sponsors, speakers, participants, and visitors to do their part to ensure the event's continued success. Above all, let us all remember that IGEM 2024 means business for individuals, corporations, and nations as we move the needle to achieve our net zero aspiration. With a clear purpose and a heightened sense of urgency, IGEM 2024 is the place to be to secure our place in the green economy and play a decisive role in climate action. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, to give a deeper understanding of the IGEM 2024, let us hear the presentation from Project Director herself, Monalina Jani from MGTC. Please be invited.
Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to all the delegates and also participants that we have today. First of all, yang amat berhormat Minister YB Dr. YB Nazmi Ahmad, yang berbahagia Dr. Cintu adalah Kiki, our Secretary General, our yang berusaha Dr. Hartini binti Muhammad Nasir, our Under Secretary for Climate Change Division NRDS, yang berusaha Engineer Technology Specialist Syamsul Bahar Muhammad Noor, our Group CEO of Malaysian Green Technology and Climate Change Corporation. Yang berbahagia juga Datuk Mira Arham Abdul Rahman, CEO of Malaysian Investment Development Authority MIDA. To all our esteemed sponsors and our partners, members of the media and distinguished guests, thank you very much for coming for the IGEM 2024 soft launch that we have today in Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre. My name is Elina. I am the Project Director for IGEM, represented by Malaysian Green Technology and Climate Change Corporation, MGTC. So to cover a little bit, or maybe give a little bit of in-depth analysis on the IGEM achievement of last year, IGEM 2023, we had over 55,000 visitations from 69 participating countries. We had over 502 exhibition booths, 276 exhibitors, 18 conference partners that undertake 22 conference sessions, and 4 site events. The top 5 countries participants that we can see on the screen, typically it is still a lot from our region. Singapore has been our strongest supporter in IGEM, but we've also had a number of supporting countries as well, for example China. And we want to thank our partners that were able to bring us a delegation, a big delegation from India to IGEM last year, as well as Japan and Indonesia. So these are the top 5 countries that participated in IGEM 2023. IGEM 2023, under the leadership of YB Nazmi, has recorded the largest number in terms of business leads. So please, a round of applause for IGEM 2023. We managed to attract over 11.17 billion ringgit, about 5.8 billion ringgit, a contribution from our partnership with MIDA that has conducted their business clinics at IGEM 2023, as well as the forum, Green Government Incentive Forum that was undertaken with MPIA last year. But we've also had Mantrade that also contributed numbers in terms of potential export for Malaysian companies to all the global countries, but at the same time also to all the partners and sponsors that have also contributed in terms of document exchanges that carry high transaction values at IGEM as well. We had 8 of those MOUs that carry a billion ringgit in terms of investment numbers, and also a PR value of over 40 million ringgit. I would also like to express thanks to all our media partners and also to all the media that has also supported IGEM for the past 15 years as well. We had 8 ministries that participated in IGEM 2023. 4 of them were present at our mobility hall. We had Ministry of Transport, we had MINTI, we had KPKT, the Local Housing and Government Ministry, as well as our ministry last year. But at the same time, we also had our other ministries, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, and of course Ministry of Higher Education. As you can see, there are a lot of local universities at IGEM as well. Last year, we had 8 states that participated in IGEM last year. We had the state of Pahang. We also had the Yang Amat Mulia Tengku Hasanah that also graced our IGEM last year. But also not forgetting that we also had participation from Sabah, which is a very strong supporter of IGEM since 2010. Of course, Kedah, Negeri Sembilan, Terengganu, Selangor, Kelantan, and also Melaka. Out of that, we want to thank our strategic collaboration partner, Petronas. They have been supporting us also for quite some time, but as well as all our other sponsors, the Tenaga Nasional Berhad, Leader Energy. We also have our silver sponsors, 2 financial institutions, UOB, as well as Solarvest, Samaidin, and Saipak. but also our bronze sponsors, for example, Polymateria, Canadian Solar, Synergy, Bioeco, and for the first time ever, a computer brand, which is Lenovo, that also sponsored IGEM last year. So moving on, for this year's IGEM 2024 is scheduled to take place on the 9th to the 11th of October 2024. It will take place here in Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre, and we are celebrating our 15 years anniversary of IGEM this year. We started in 2010. Our theme, which is expressed by our minister earlier, Race Towards Net Zero, we are calling for regional leadership for climate urgency. So we will have flashback and nostalgia of IGEM for the past 15 years, but the more important question is where will we be in the next 15 years? So this is where we want to solidify our effort in the next 15 years for IGEM to attain its regional leadership, also envisioning the transformation that we can turn IGEM into the future green tech and clean tech exhibition and summit in overall Asia. This aspiration also mirrors Malaysia's proactive stance on climate change and also showcasing the nation's effort and our leadership in our ambitious goals. So this year, we've had a lot of interest already from expected participating countries. We want to thank our loyal supporters, Austria and also Canada, that have been supporting us very well. But of course, we have also partnerships with countries like Sweden, Czech Republic, and of course Finland. We're also looking at Belgium, Netherlands, the UK, United Arab Emirates because of the COP28 that took place in UAE last year, and of course India, as well as Germany, China, and next year because of us, Malaysia hosting the ASEAN Summit as well as the GCC Summit, we are also looking at a lot of participation from the other ASEAN countries. And of course, we also have the World Osaka in Japan next year, so we are also expecting a big delegation from Japan. Not to forget the COP29 that's going to take place in Azerbaijan this year, as well as COP30 that will happen in Brazil next year. So we are already looking at a lot of interest from a lot of countries that's going to participate in IGEM this year. And of course, our targets, a bit of in the numbers that were chosen, 4.8 billion business leads, 48,000 visitorship from 48 countries, and also trying to attract more than 480 exhibition booths. IGEM will still incorporate the element of exhibition, summit and conferences, but also the business matching and side events as well. So the theme that we've selected for this year, Regional Leadership for Climate Urgency, we've carried on the theme of Race Towards Net Zero since after the pandemic, since 2022 when we reopened back IGEM to the physical public. So the Race Towards Net Zero, we will carry that theme until the year 2050 at least, to show the global effort and also commitment towards net zero. But ultimately, we want to create that urgency towards climate urgency. We want to skew the efforts not only towards net zero, but also specific perspective on climate urgency. We want to look at the aspects that we can also help the environment, of course, economic parameters, as well as accountability. This is where SDG reporting and ESG reporting is also very much important components at IGEM. But of course, we want to attract investments, for example, from foreign direct investments and domestic direct investments, promoting trade and market opportunities through IGEM. As you can see, we are promoting green procurement. Our exhibitors are all the suppliers and also service providers for green products and services. But we also promote a lot of the procurement managers to come and visit IGEM. So we are promoting a lot of these trade and market opportunities, but at the same time, of course, promoting cost savings and efficiencies, especially in energy efficiency sector, climate resilience, and of course, attracting talent and investment. So looking at the focus sectors, we are under the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment, environmental sustainability, but the idea is that our main pillar is on climate change. This is where we can cut across many other sectors that we have in the country, in the region, as well as the globe. We're looking at across the energy sector, the water sector, of course looking at mobility and transport, manufacturing, building and construction, but of course also other sectors that are undergoing transition. For example, the coal-fired power plants and of course the oil and gas sector. So this is where we are guided by the climate change initiative, but we are hoping that a lot more different sectors will be able to participate in IGEM. Other than that, of course, we are looking at the what are the new things, being 15 years in the industry. What are the new things that we're looking at? Of course, our minister has already communicated some of the messages. For the first time in 15 years, we will be looking at clearly segmented industry zones. We will be looking at the energy sector to be in one area, but we're also looking at promoting the other new areas, for example, hydrogen and CCUS. We also want to create a lot of partners integration in terms of their technology showcase. We want to feature a summit that will focus on clean energy transition in Asia. We are going to launch a mobility show as well as a circular economy showcase. But of course, we have also other work in progress programs that we have in IGEM. We encourage the natural resources departments and our ministry, but as well as from the private sector as well as other ministries. But at the same time, we will also be doing the launch of the Malaysia Pavilion at COP29 on the first day of IGEM. And we want to also encourage the participation from other ministries, for example, Ikuti, which is the ministry in charge for the World Expo in Osaka, as well as from the Ministry of Plantation and Commodities to feature a bioenergy pavilion. So this is at a glance one of the new things that we plan to do at this year's IGEM. So if you look at this image, we're looking at incorporating all the 8 exhibition halls in Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre. Our media partners, maybe you're familiar that we're always on the ground floor downstairs. So Hall 1 and Hall 2 will feature a focus on energy transition. So renewable energy and energy efficiency players will be in Hall 1 and 2. But we're also looking at the other startups and of course the green sectors or other potential sectors that we are looking to incorporate in IGEM. They will be in Hall 3 as well as Hall 4. This will be the green halls. The Hall 5 will feature a mobility. But we will also might be looking at extended areas, for example, Matik near Saloma in Jalan Ampang for vehicles that are bigger than buses and trucks. Other than that, at this Hall 1 level, we also will be having our innovation showcase for hydrogen and CCUS. Hall 7 up above, we're looking at the conferences to take place, and we'll also maybe looking at a green career fair in Hall 8. So this is a little bit on the breakdown of where all the elements of IGEM will be for IGEM 2024. So for sponsors and also exhibitors, we actively call for your interest and participation in IGEM because we do have only 11,978 square meters. So this is where we are calling for active participation from all sponsors, partners, as well as of course civil society organizations and also universities to take part in IGEM 2024. So I think this is my last slide. So I want to thank everyone who's available to make the time for joining us here today, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the peak of our program for today. We are invited following VIPs to the stage of Nazmi Ahmad, Minister of NRES, following by Yang Bahagia Dr. Ching Tu and Lucky Ching, Secretary of NRES. Yang Besar Dr. Muhammad Nasir, the Secretary of Climate Change Division of NRES, Commissioner Distinguished Technologist Dr. Muhammad Noor, and Yang Bahagia Dr. Ahmad Abdul Rahman. All the media friends, are you guys ready? Why be on the count of 3? Kindly place your palm on the globe. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and Ladies and gentlemen, with that, the International Green Tech and Eco Products Exhibition Conference Malaysia IGEM 2024 is officially launched. Let's give another round of applause. We kindly invite all VIPs to remain on the stage for a photo session.
Dekat sini? Tadi gelap. Oh, tadi gelap. Tak lagi. Kita belanja. Semua ke? Sini.
Thank you so much. We kindly invite all the VIPs to return back to together. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached to the end of today's session, and huge appreciation to Minor as the strategic partner to IGEM, all sponsors, conference partners, exhibitors, and our royal media partners for the continuous support for the past 15 years. On behalf of the Ministry and NGTC, we hope that will continue collaboration to be extended beyond this session. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite all the guests to the networking session heading for your area, and announcement to members of the press who are invited to join us for a press conference to address any inquiries. The press conference will be held in this same room right in front of the stage. And to all the other attendees, we kindly seek your cooperation to lower down your voice while the press conference is ongoing. Thank you very much.
Same.
Okey dah.
Siap.
Okay. So today we had the soft launch for the International Green Tech and Eco Products Exhibition and Conference Malaysia, or IGEM. And since it started in 2010, there's been a record of 53.1 billion ringgit in business leads, with more than 4,000 exhibitors and over 600,000 visitors from 122 countries. So for this year, IGEM 2024 will be organized at the KL Convention Center from the 9th to 11th October with the theme of Race Towards Net Zero, Regional Leadership for Climate Urgency. And we are targeting 4.8 billion ringgit in business leads, 480 exhibitors and 48,000 visitors. So for us, IGEM is very relevant towards addressing the urgency of climate change, and we hope that this year we will continue to attract loyal as well as new exhibitors, sponsors and participants. And for this year, we are pushing the boundaries to develop IGEM's footprint in Europe, the Middle East and North Africa through industry-curated leadership roundtables, summits and congresses. So IGEM 2024 will have a refreshed approach focusing on 5 sub-themes: empowering cities, electrifying mobility, decarbonizing energy, accelerating circularity and conserving biodiversity. Among the new attractions for IGEM's 15th anniversary will be the dedicated industry zone for hydrogen and other carbon technologies, as well as a central zone showcasing integrated partner innovations from leading global corporations. Among the IGEM 2024 will also convene the multi-venue connected autonomous shared electric mobility future exhibition, as well as we will be launching our Malaysia Pavilion at COP29, which will be happening in Baku, Azerbaijan. So with the vast opportunities at IGEM 2024, we strongly encourage industry associations and corporations to sign up as participants today. And on behalf of NRES, I hope that for the cooperation from other ministries and state governments to participate and showcase their green initiatives to a broader audience. Okay, questions? Tak ada soalan? Yes.
The business needs and for the amount of business needs, how can it address the climate agency and achieving Malaysia's climate program?
Okay, I think because for now, we all realize the issue of climate urgency and the challenges that are in front of us. But often, there's always a look for solutions. People are looking for solutions, what technologies are out there, what's already scalable. So I think, when you have trade events such as this, there's an opportunity for people to look at the products and services that's available in the market for people to utilize, whether it's governments, whether it's corporations, for them to utilize. So it's always good to have trade shows like this for people to be able to present their solutions and for people to come and look for the solutions. Okay.
YB, Indonesia just released their stats in terms of carbon reduction for 2022. Will Malaysia have some kind of data that we will also release in terms of how much of carbon emission has been reduced in terms of 2022?
We are going to be coming up with our LT LED soon, which is for our low emissions development strategy. As well as we will of course do our continuous submission to UNFCCC with regards to our climate pledges as well. So that will, when it is up, we will make the announcement.
Will it be for 2022 data or will it be for 2023 data?
The LT LEDs is 2023. Yeah? 2020. Yeah.
Use 2021 data.
2021 data. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just one more question. Sorry. With regards to IGEM stats earlier, I saw the slide you mentioned the business leads you registered for 11 billion, but your target is just 4.8 billion. Perhaps you can just clarify that.
Well, I think last year was very exceptional, and also I think from our data, the realized investment from last year was about 20% so far. Sometimes it takes time. So I think, we are just coming up with a sort of realistic number going forward. Anything above that is a bonus.
Yeah. Yesterday, the MD announced they will slowly converting the fleets of vehicle to EV. Can we be expecting government or any ministry JLC converting to EV too?
Yeah, I think last year the government made an announcement.
Any clear timeline on that?
I think it will be starting very soon with regards to the start for government fleet to be EV. But obviously not in total, because it's a huge fleet and the financial implication. But as announced by the Prime Minister, it will start this year.
Any specific this year, first quarter?
That one we will have to double check. But the start of it will be this year.
YB, sebelum ni beberapa hari lepas Sultan Perak ada tentah mengenai tindakan tegas kepada RE, penceroboh RE itu. Mungkin setakat ni apa tindakan status terkini kementerian terhadap tindakan untuk yang mereka yang menceroboh kawasan RE dalam negara?
Setakat ni memang kita bila ada sebarang pencerobohan terhadap kawasan-kawasan tersebut, memang tindakan telah diambil. Dan selama ni pun memang kita ada melakukan kerjasama lah dengan pihak untuk pihak-pihak penguatkuasaan ke arah perkara tersebut, dan kita bekerjasama erat dengan kerajaan negeri untuk memastikan pembangunan nadir bumi ini dibuat secara lestari dan juga selari dengan dasar-dasar yang ditetapkan oleh kerajaan. Okey, thank you. Terima kasih. Tomorrow.